Good evening, Facebook. Hello, and welcome. As you're on the line, do me a favor. Let me know that you're here. Say hi, make a comment. Let me know who you are, where you're from, what city you're from, and we'll get started in just a moment. I'm really excited to cover this topic tonight. And obviously we've had a bit of a life event happen in our family in the last 24 hours. So, Facebook have changed some things. Hello there. Hey there, Jade. Good to have you on the line. All right, I can see people joining. Great to have you. Welcome. Do me a favor, comment as you get on the line so that I know you're here. Jade from Toowoomba. Awesome. Excellent. All right, do me a favor. Let me know exactly like what Jade just did there. Tell me where you're from. Hey there, Belinda. Good to see you on the line. Hey, am I coming through right at your end? Because our internet's been playing up a bit today. Is this coming through pretty smooth? Or is it... Sarah Alderton, hello there. Awesome. Yeah, it's all coming through okay? I know there's a bit of a delay. I'm just looking at the screen here. Facebook have changed the way they set this up. Excellent. All good. Okay, beautiful. All right, well, we'll give everyone a minute or so to join the line. And in the meantime... we'll, gosh, there's a fly around here. Yes, we've had a bit of a life event in our family. Hey there, Miss Hayley Shaw. Good to have you on the line, darling. And thanks for your message last week too. By the way, thanks to all of you that are sending through some excellent messages after these live broadcasts. It's so good to hear the instant results that are going on. Can we add people or anything? You know what? Do me a favor. Do this. Tag somebody. I know that down in your comments, tag a friend, anyone you know that can get some good information out of what we share, or that, yeah, exactly, Belinda. Yep, that loves jumping on and following what we do here. Hey there, Paula. Great to have you. Awesome. All right, we're going to get started in about 30 seconds. So do me a favor, share this, tag some friends. Let's get the word out. Let them know that we're on the line and we're live so they don't miss out on this. We're covering another powerful parenting topic tonight. Danielle, hello there. Looking forward to chatting to you tomorrow night. Lindley, hello. Feels like forever since I've seen you. Karen Temple, good evening. All right, the lines are filling up now. I think there's a maximum of 30 people that can jump on. So let's go ahead and get started. And those who haven't joined us yet, they can jump on when they get their notifications. And those who miss the live event, they can watch the replay. Right, now, my thing here is telling me my connection is weak. So just wait a second. Let me get this sorted first so that we don't get any interruptions. Our internet has been playing up. I'm going to try to see if we can run this off mobile internet rather than Wi-Fi. Oh, hang on. Now it's gone. Guys, do me a favor. How am I coming through at your end? Is this okay or is it weak? Is it breaking up or is it good? I know there's a delay in waiting for your comments to come through. Yeah? Even give me a thumbs up. Okay, cool. All right, I assume that's good. Listen, those of you who know me well, you know the deal. I don't like, the impact of... Okay, beautiful. I don't like this to be broken up. So if at any moment, I don't know, the connection gets weak or something, our internet has played up a bit the last few days, do me a favor and please butt in and make some comments or, distract me somehow so that we can make sure that everything runs smoothly. Okay, beautiful. Let's get started. So, for those of you who are connected with me on Facebook, you've probably seen that our family have had what I call a life event. One of our dogs that was 10.5 years old got put down today, and I had something else organised for tonight, but this message has been sitting really heavy on me all day, and I wanted to share this because here's what I wanted to talk tonight about. All of this powerful parenting stuff that we talk about really is about, raising conscious children so that we can raise a generation that evolve from our generation. We don't want them to think like we did. We don't want them to, respond like we did or to even feel like we did, or more importantly, to not feel like we were taught. Because if we raise them the same way if we raise them with the same way that we think, we're just going to raise another generation of ourselves. And the whole point of existence is evolution, right? It's to evolve. And so, we're really coming into, I guess you'd call it an era where the souls that are being sent here as our children are already more awake than most of us. And so it's hard to parent them, right? It can be very confronting as a parent when you have a child that, society will say, oh, they just don't do as they're told. Oh, these, Gen X's and Gen Y's and all these, all these new babies being born, they're just disrespectful and they're just irresponsible and whatever else. But actually, they know why they're here. And they're not willing to, they are just so sold out on why they're here, and they just have this strong intuition that basically turns off their need for approval from society, or their need to fit into the box that society creates. And so, hello there, Ruby. Pretty in pink. Oh, thank you. This is my little, my trackies jumper. Now, so isn't it true, right? So what we want to do as parents is add to the consciousness of this generation coming through, because they'll be what leads the next world for us, right? Now, I want to cover something regarding emotions, because if you go back, if you look at yourself and you look at it and you're willing to really be honest with yourself and see all the places where you're messed up, what's messed up about you? Why do you get angry at the things you get angry at? Why do you judge the way that you judge? Why do you, oh, hang on, this connection keeps going weak. Wait a second. Let me just take off this Wi-Fi. All right. I know it said that we paused. How are we now? Tell me. This crazy internet. Don't worry. This is just the test, okay? It's no surprise to me. I believe this message will be powerful tonight. It's no surprise to me that we're getting some challenges, because every force has an equal and opposite force. So when the force in you is strong and you have something powerful to share, Murphy always shows up. Something always goes wrong, because that's the game. The game is, well, you know what? Before you get promoted, you get tested. Before every promotion, there's always a test. You pass the test, you get promoted. And so we're being tested a little bit here tonight. Now, how are we? Are you guys back? Are you all still here? I've never had my Facebook tell me that we've cut out before, or that we've had to pause, so I don't know really what's going on here. I need to learn. Yeah? Can we continue? Yes? Beautiful. Okay, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate you, because the comments take a while to come through. Right, let's get stuck into this mess. Now, listen up. If my internet plays up and we cut out, stay with me, all right? Stay with me on this, because that's just an interference of, the power that doesn't want us to be powerful, all right? So stay with me on this and give me all your feedback, and let's get a conversation going around this. So here's what I've, in order to raise conscious children, we need to help them be aware of their emotions, because essentially your emotions are vibrations. They are frequencies, right? They literally, your emotions and the way that you feel is your frequency. It determines the vibration you put out, and therefore what you attract into your life. And so that's why, through nothing other than, personal development is, now let me make this clear. There's a very big difference between personal education and personal development. There's a big difference there. Personal education is where you read a lot of books and you learn a lot of things and you get a lot of knowledge that has gone into your head. Doesn't mean you've used it. Personal development is where you have applied all the knowledge and all the books and all the information that you've read. So let's be very clear on that. Personal education does not mean that you've had any personal development. All right, personal development is applying that. And typically, really what personal development is learning how to manage our emotions, learning how to not let, learning how to have a perception of something, or to change our perceptions of things so that they don't affect our emotions the same, and therefore they don't affect our vibration the same. Yeah, is that making sense, right? Excellent. So that's really what it's all about. So if we're going to raise a conscious generation, a generation of conscious people, and we're starting with our kids, then we basically have to teach them about their emotions, because any emotion that you don't resolve, it stays in you. It does not leave you until you find the truth. If you have a perspective of a situation that isn't necessarily the truth, it just happens to be your truth at that moment, you will hold on to that. That will be buried deep in you, and the things that you haven't resolved. You know why? Because you can access them. They are so accessible. Something happens and boom, there's the emotion. You talk to someone, you see someone, a song comes on that reminds you of something, and boom, there you go. You're right back in the emotion. The reason you can access that emotion so easily is because it's not resolved, okay? Because you were never able to have an understanding of that emotion at that time that created expansion for you. So if it doesn't help you evolve, it stays with you until such time as later on, memories or circumstances in life, they bring you back to those emotions somehow so that you can have a deeper understanding of them. And once you find the truth, not the, a perception that you create as your truth, but the actual truth, you're able to resolve and heal from those emotions. Right? And that's what personal development is. And if you've been through processes, you'll be somewhere sitting there right now going, you know what? That's exactly what I've been through. The things that used to get to me, the people that used to get to me, they just don't anymore. I'm just okay. I'm just okay without all that drama and without buying into things, and I choose perspectives that serve me. So how does this tie into parenting, right? So with what my family has been through in the last 24 hours with our dog having to be put down, I was so aware of what was going on. And let me explain what happens with our kids. And if we don't let them feel what they need to feel, guess what? They're going to bury some things. They're not going to have an understanding. So I've used the last 24 hours in a really big way, or the last 12 hours, to focus on letting them feel things. Now, let me tell you what people typically do. I've noticed it with, people with the most beautiful intents, whether it's family or friends. And thank you to all of you if you happen to be on the line right now and you were one of the people that called us or that said any of this. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the attention. Thank you for caring enough to call or whatever it was. But I want to highlight something. Because what I've noticed is this: when our kids start to deal with emotions, what happens is we don't like seeing them hurt. We don't like seeing them upset. So we start to create a story that we sell to them. We give them this big sales pitch on this story to buy into. Because what happens is, it's like we're saying, subconsciously we're saying, okay, I don't really like the fact that you're upset right now. I feel like my responsibility is that I'm supposed to fix that, but I don't know how to fix this. So the fact that you're upset is making me really uncomfortable right now. So let me just change your emotions. Let me just get you to not feel that so that I can then feel more comfortable. Because right now I'm feeling really uncomfortable not knowing what to do about the fact that you're really sad. And I don't like how I'm feeling, so I want to try and change how you're feeling. Instead of going through my own personal growth and feeling it with you, I want to tell you a story that can stop you from feeling that pain. And so what we do, we've had, whether it's grandparents or whatever, ring up and say things like, oh, like with our dog dying, right? So this is just one really good analogy or one good example that really stood out to me. People care, but they don't realize that there's a subconscious message in what they do. Because when people have called up, they're like, oh, don't worry, she's, Prada's okay, she's gone to doggy heaven now and she's going to be so happy there and she'll have all her friends there and she'll be playing there. And what we're trying to do to the child is distract them from their emotion. Oh, she's okay, she won't feel anything, she'll just go to sleep, it will be so beautiful for her, everything will be okay. And what we're trying to do is say, child, just please don't get upset. Don't feel what you need to feel. Dismiss the fact that you're feeling sad over, a connection that you have had with an animal that's about to die. Just dismiss all of that and just buy into this story that I'm giving to you. And let me just change your emotions so that you don't make me feel uncomfortable. And I noticed the profound difference. I had this discussion with my husband, and last night when the girls were saying goodbye to her, to our dog, knowing that she was going to go to heaven today, it was starting to get to bedtime and they had to say goodbye and they all started to cry. And, in my parenting manifesto that I did a few months ago, one of the things that I said is, one of my promises to my children was that, when you hurt and you're in pain, I will want to fix it. But instead, I will sit with you. I will sit beside you and feel it with you. And I made it a point to keep my promise last night. As much as I wanted to, give them a story that everything's okay and this is part of the deal. And you know what? Just feel it. And we don't even need to talk because our vibration will say enough. Let me hold you. Let me hug you, and you know what? I'm not going to give you a story. It hurts. And it's sad. And this is what you call grief. And you know what? Let's do this together. It hurts me too. So instead of being the parent that didn't want to cry in front of them because I didn't want to upset them more because then they see their mum crying, I cried. And I said, you know what? It hurts my heart too. And I feel like my heart's breaking too. And as soon as they seen their mum and their dad feel some feelings, you know what? It gave them permission to feel theirs. And do you know that just through that one process, my kids, I believe, and you know, I'm not saying it would be interesting to see. It's not just their they've healed. They've healed on the spot. We haven't had to go through this process and hold on to some baggage and have some unresolved emotions they carry around with them now for the rest of their lives. And because they never resolved those emotions, now anytime somebody gets sick or anytime there's death on the cards or whatever it might be, they start getting anxious about it because now instantly their body is the memory in their cells reminds them of what it felt like when they lost their dog. And so now they start putting those emotions and that filter over the top of every other experience that comes their way. And now it distorts their ability to be in the moment with every new experience because there's unresolved emotion in the way from this experience. Does that make sense? And so, you know, we used it as a chance to say, yeah, you know what, this is part of the deal. And, you know, but we don't need to do explanations and we don't need to create stories right now. You're allowed to feel it. And yes, it hurts. And I'm not even going to try and stop it from hurting you. I'm going to give you permission to let it hurt and feel all of that. Feel everything that goes on inside your spirit, inside your heart. Feel all of that and know this. Know that the reason it hurts so bad is because you love so much. Because you don't miss something you don't love. The only thing you miss are things you love. And it doesn't hurt if you don't love. It doesn't hurt to lose something you don't love. So the reason you're hurting right now, that's proof of how much you loved her. So go ahead and hurt because that's proof that you loved her. And so that's their perspective of hurt. It's okay to hurt because it's proving that I love her. All right, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop that there. We've been on the line a little while. And, oh, thank you, Joe Janko. I'm crying now just listening to you. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you. So my message to you as parents, as aunties, as uncles, as friends, as childcare workers, as teachers, whatever interaction it is that you have with kids, when they get emotional, let me ask you something. You know, please do that generation, please do humanity a favor. Let them feel it. Don't distract them from it. Don't try to, and just pay attention, you know, is it you that needs to go through some growth right now? Are you trying to stop their feelings because you feel uncomfortable, because you don't know how to handle, you feel like you're supposed to fix it? You know what? You're not supposed to fix it. You're supposed to feel it. You're supposed to feel it with them. So imagine that. Imagine if we raised a generation of people who were allowed to feel. You know, they've got to make good choices with their feelings. You're allowed to feel angry, but you can't go hit someone because you're angry. So you're allowed to feel it, but then you've got to, once we give them space to feel it, then it gives us opportunities to teach them how to handle it. And if we can teach them how to process it and handle it, then we also get the chance to teach them how to make good decisions even though they're feeling it. And how to not let those emotions get in the way of the next decision in their life, the next relationship in their life, the next experience in their life. That they will, if we can help them resolve emotions as they show up by letting them feel them so that they can come to their own understanding of them, you know, we won't have a generation of messed up adults who are, you know, who are really just, the perceptions of, they can't be in the moment with anything. They can't just see something for what it is because they see everything through the filters of all the past experiences that are still inside their spirit because they haven't been healed and they're not resolved. And so the only way that you can heal something is to feel something. So let them feel it because that will help them heal. And you don't need to know how to help them heal. They have an intuition. They'll know. Their spirit knows what to do. You just, if you have a responsibility as a parent or a carer, it's to give them the space for it to be okay. So that's my message tonight. Thank you to all of you on the line. I can see a whole bunch of you had up to 35 on the line at one moment tonight. And I know that, you know, different people are jumping on the whole time. So if you've only just joined us, go back to the start of this video and make sure you watch it all. And here's my announcement. Let me close off on this. So, thank you, Belinda. I appreciate you. Be really conscious from now on. You know, when am I, you know, how do I teach my child to honor their emotions? That's my message tonight. Let them honor themselves by letting themselves feel it rather than trying to distract them from it with a story that we're trying to sell to them to make them buy into to distract them from what they're feeling. all right, because that's really what it is. So that's it for tonight. Now, here's my announcement. I've just launched, I'm in the process of launching my YouTube channel. There will be, over the next week or so, once I get everything edited and up there, there's over 45 video, every single Periscope we've ever done over the last 4 months, every single Facebook Live, every additional video that I've shared in the Facebook group, and some additional ones. They're all going to be on my YouTube channel. So if you go to YouTube and type in Holly Noonan and subscribe, do me a favor. I want you to subscribe to my channel, share it, and I will actually, what I'll do is I'll put the link in the comments here. So as we always do, comment here, and again, I'm giving away a free coaching session, all right? Another, 15 to 20 minute free coaching session. Here's how you win that coaching session. I want you to listen carefully, all right? I really want to get this message out there. So you need to tag some friends in this video, or sorry, let me start. You need to, what I want you to do is I want you to share this video, all right? I want you to share it. If you want to get a coaching session, of course. What I ask of you is, let's build this community. Let's get, seriously, you can be the reason that another family's life is impacted. Not even just because of me and the videos I share, but because they become part of a group and a community where they're supported on these ideas. All right? And that makes a world of difference for parents out there that feel quite alone in, that journey or whatever. So I want you to share this video, but the person that I don't want you to just share it and say nothing. I want you to put your own message with it. To give your friends a message. Don't just share it because I've asked you to. All right? Because if you share this just because I've asked you to, that vibration doesn't multiply. All right? What I want you, if you believe that this message needs to get out there, and if not this message, go and get another one of my videos that you believe touched you more. But when you share it, put a message with it. Let your friends hear from you. Don't let your friends just see you promoting someone. Let your friends hear from you. What's your message? What do you want to say to your friends? What is it that's sitting on your heart right now that you want to add to this, or you want to get it? Give them a reason. They know you. They trust you, that you've got a relationship with them. So I don't want you to do this for me. I want you to do this for you, and for the benefit you truly believe is in this video for families out there that might need access to this. So put a message with it. Obviously, I'll see every share that takes place, and I will read them. And I'm just going to choose someone at an intuitive level, that had the best message, that I could really felt this message tonight. By the way, you don't have to be a wordsmith. I'm not looking for the person with the best, most, articulate words or anything like that. But I'm just looking for, who's the person that's ready? Because if I'm going to give up 20 minutes of my time to coach someone, I want to know who's ready for that coaching, who really, and if it makes a difference to you, who will keep that value to themselves and who will share that and help us multiply. So that's my goal. So I want you to share this, tag some friends, tag some people, and share it with a message that's all of your own. In the meantime, go to YouTube. I'll put the link right here in the comments, and for the YouTube, please go and subscribe to my channel. Over the next week or so, there'll be over 40 videos up there, and I'll be updating, multiple videos a week all the time. So thanks to all of you. As I always say, never leave anywhere the same person you were when you got there. Never. Not anywhere. Don't wake up tomorrow the same person you were when you woke up today, and don't even leave this broadcast the same person you were when you arrived here. So as you leave here tonight, leave here with courage. The courage to believe in a better way. The courage to voice what you've got to say. The courage to thrive when times are tough. And above all else, the courage to know you are good enough. Good night, everyone.